13.8 in the preliminary round.
Before this year, she had never competed outside of China, and they were very smart with her. They sent her to a few World Cup events to get her international experience, and she's really blossomed as a result. She had a wonderful flight series to start off with, back handspring to Arabian salto, half twist in, front out. And something we just don't see on balance beam much these days. Oh, she did well to save that, and to save it without touching the beam or grabbing the beam or having to support herself on the beam. It will be a deduction, but she minimized the deduction she'll receive.
A 16-year-old States of America, 6th position after the first rotation, and with enormous scoring potential on the uneven bars.
This was the second strongest score on uneven bars in the qualification round. And it too is just wonderful to watch the amplitude that she gets. And there's such a smooth quality to the way that she swings. Her handstands are right on top of the bar. Dismount should be double front.
It cannot be a surprise ever.
Right on top of the bar. Dismount should be double front.
It cannot be for major all-around honours. She has proven herself.
An athlete of Mexico. Let's wait until we see the green light. Well, there it is. Alexa.
29-year-old Alexa Moreno, the Mexican, the first from her nation to win a World Championship medal when she came third on vault in 2018. She's the reigning Pan American champion on vault.
And this is going to be a handspring Rudy. Handspring on, front 1.5 twist off.
Quite a compressed landing from Alexa Moreno on this occasion. Little shake of the head from her.
She looks a little bit rueful. She can do this slightly better, though she did a nice job of staying on her feet. However, there's likely to be a 1/10 penalty as well for going slightly over the white tape line.
13.733 for Chi Yuen. Virtually the same as qualification, down by fewer than 1/10. Shilese Jones, 14.633. That's 2/10 lower than qualification, where she was overall the second best. And here the gymnast who was the strongest overall in qualification, Simone Biles, 26, and in second place after rotation number 1.
She starts out with a Weiler kip, quite an original skill that we don't see from many at this level. Peg Kachev to Pak Salto. Gets her hands around the bar on the Van Leven transition.
Her competition gathers pace. Not that it was slow to begin with, considering she started with a 15.1.
She notoriously dislikes this event. to put it one way.
Yes, you put that delightfully euphemistically.
But she does very well on it.
Yes, the uneven bars, the apparatus that certainly is not her favoured one. She loves the all-around competition, that is clear. One really hopes that Alexa Moreno is okay. It was a difficult landing. 13.966 is her score. I think it is hard to say enough good about Alexa Moreno and what she's done for the sport and how she has grown its popularity, what an ambassadorial figure she's been. From one veteran to another on vault, this is Filipa Martins from Portugal, 27, two-time Olympian. It's her 8th World Championships here. What an accomplishment.
It's a very nice full twisting Yurchenko. Not as difficult as the double twisting Yurchenkos we've seen as the Chengs, but well delivered nonetheless. There's just the step back on the landing where she is likely to lose 0.3 to 0.5 perhaps.
.333 for Simone Biles. Virtually the same as qualifying that score. Flavia Saraiva, the Brazilian, now takes to the uneven bars. And she scored 13.6 in the preliminary round, the 23-year-old.
Starts with a toe stalder full. Oh, but she's off on her pike Kachev.
I think it is nothing short of extraordinary that any member of the Brazilian women's team has anything left in the tank after what they gave to take that all-around silver medal. I don't mean physically, I'm talking about the emotional energy they put into it. There's no doubting the physical conditioning of any of these elite athletes.
Oh, yes. And when you think about how exhausting emotionally the team final must have been for the Brazilian team, it's perhaps not surprising to see them not quite at 100% so far tonight.
It delighted so many to see this gymnast on a World Championship podium. She said that she has come back with sangue nos olhos, Brazilian Portuguese colloquialism meaning blood in the eye. It means she's never, ever been hungrier for success. And she had the greatest World Championship success of her career a couple of nights ago. Filipa Martins, 12.866. Has a degree in sports science from the University of Porto, is very keen to move into the coaching structure when she retires. Brilliant beginning from Kaylia Nemour of Algeria, the leader. After one rotation, she goes to beam where she scored 13.266 in qualifying. What a fluid start.
And now comes a very big test, leading the world going into the second apparatus balance beam. And my goodness, is she acing that test. That was beautiful. Back handspring to 2 layout step outs. Some gymnasts might get hesitant, especially with a mount like that, and then the flight series coming right up after it. She does not. The level of focus that she has displayed in this routine is absolutely supreme. She too will tumble into her dismount. 2 back handsprings to a 2.5.
She does so well to steady that. Kaylia Nemour. She's proven herself to have extraordinary mental toughness in her young career. She was originally part of the French developmental system and the national team. She wanted to compete for Algeria after some real issues with the treatment that she received from the French governing bodies. It took interference from the highest level in France to allow that to happen. So any nerves she might feel on beam are nothing compared to what she's been through. Here is Hatakeda Chiaki.
It's a great point you make, Ollie, and that is a very nice Yurchenko 1.5 from Hatakeda Chiaki.
13.5 her score in qualification. The great Hatakeda family represented there.
And this is much better than what we saw in the team final from her.
12.966 is her score. Sister Hitomi still an important part of the Japanese squad, even though she is no longer actively competing. Paulina Schäfer-Betz of Germany taking to the floor for her second performance. That is a most uncharacteristic moment for her on this apparatus. How well she does to get back on her feet so fast and recommence the routine.
That looked like what happens when a gymnast loses their way in the air mid-tumbling pass. It might have been something on her takeoff, but clearly something didn't feel right to her, and she bailed on the twist.
12.633 for Flavia Saraiva, currently in 8th position in the all-around competition. To Ellie Black from Canada. 14.133 in qualification.
This is a wonderful apparatus for her. And we just have to admire how far she has come just to even attempt a release skill like that. In the early days of her elite career, she would not have dreamed of being at this level. Even though she didn't make it tonight, it is still a routine that has been so improved through the years that she's been on the national team.
Well, we're seeing a really complicated second rotation in this women's all-around final. Some areas where gymnasts started really well, now encountering problems as they move to another apparatus. The picture is becoming harder to read.
toe front half dismount, done in the pike position.
Even to veterans like her, there can be slight bumps along the road. She could not have given more to the German team in their quest to get to the Olympic Games. It was extraordinary to see the way she led a German team that was hit so hard by injury.
They really were decimated coming into this World Championships, and she, who has always been maybe second or third on the team as an all-rounder, stepped up and took the lead. She fought like a tiger. And she turned in 4 wonderful routines in the qualification.
10.7, down by 2 from the preliminary round. It is a return to where something extraordinary happened a couple of days ago, where Melanie de Jesus dos Santos of France produced an incredible performance on the balance beam to secure her nation the bronze medal.
And her front pike mount was very secure as well. Many people have been talking about how much more confident she appears this year compared to other years. And even though she's had a few wobbles so far in this routine, she has really done a good job of containing what might otherwise be very large deductions. There again. Dismount should be a round off to double pike.
You can only feel for a gymnast who individually is not quite having the same day that they gave to their team, because her work rate